If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. Last Sunday marked a milestone for the Cleveland Browns and their fans as they notched a 24-10 victory over the Las Vegas Raiders. A win that carried a lot of significance for one player in particular, rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders, making his first professional start. Sanders showed glimpses of the potential that led the Browns to entrust him with the team's most important role, the quarterback position. But despite the victory, the game ball didn't come his way. The absence of a game ball immediately sparked chatter among fans and analysts alike, with many wondering why a player who led his team to a road win in his debut wouldn't be awarded this symbolic recognition. Head coach Kevin Stefanski addressed the matter in a Wednesday press conference, providing clarity on the decision while highlighting the broader approach to acknowledging contributions across the roster. Stefanski emphasized that while the win was Sanders' first as a starter, and certainly a positive step in his development, the recognition system isn't solely based on milestone performances. You go into it, try to just highlight guys, you know? Myles Garrett got a game ball. I thought it was pretty worthy, Stefanski said, pointing to the defensive standout whose dominance on the field was impossible to overlook. Stefanski went on to explain that the Browns' focus on recognition extends beyond individual highlights, reflecting a philosophy that aims to celebrate the collective effort of the team. He noted that after a game like Sunday's, the coaching staff takes the time to break down contributions across the board, pointing out key plays and moments that often go unnoticed by casual observers, from the crucial punt return by Gage Larvadain that helped shift momentum, to the defensive line's pressure, which relied on strong coverage behind them. Stefanski illustrated that victories are rarely the result of a single performance. The rookie quarterback's role in the win, while important, is part of a larger tapestry of efforts that make such outcomes possible. Obviously, a rookie starting his first game on the road getting a win is huge, so you acknowledge all of that with your team, Stefanski explained, underlining the nuanced approach to how the Browns celebrate success internally. In essence, while Sanders did not receive the game ball in the immediate aftermath, his contributions were far from unrecognized, as the team actively highlighted his leadership and execution within the context of a collective achievement. Looking at the statistics, Sanders completed 11 of 20 passes for 209 yards, tossing 1 touchdown and 1 interception, a performance that might not dazzle in the record books but demonstrates the foundational elements of a rookie quarterback finding his footing. His lone scoring pass, a 66-yard connection to running back Dylan Sampson, not only electrified the fans in Las Vegas, but also put Sanders on the radar for future Rookie of the Week considerations. Sampson's explosive run after the catch underscored the collaborative dynamic that Sanders was able to orchestrate. Showing poise and vision as a first-time starter, it was a display that, while not perfect, reflected incremental progress and a clear understanding of how to manipulate a defense that had underestimated him. For a young quarterback navigating the transition from college to the professional level, such moments of connection with teammates and execution under pressure are critical markers of growth. The timing of Sanders' emergence is also significant within the context of the Browns' broader season narrative. Cleveland is now heading into Week 13 with a home matchup against the San Francisco 49ers, a team grappling with injuries to defensive pillars, defensive end Nick Bosa and linebacker Fred Warner. The absence of these key players provides a prime opportunity for Sanders and the Browns' offense to exploit a weakened defensive front, offering a potential platform to build momentum and confidence. However, the game is also a test of consistency. While the Raiders may have underperformed, the 49ers are a different kind of opponent, disciplined and capable of exposing any rookie mistakes. For Sanders, the challenge is not just about leveraging favorable matchups, but demonstrating steady improvement in reading defenses, managing the pocket, and executing timing-based plays with accuracy. The pressure to maintain a winning trajectory means that every snap carries weight, and every decision becomes a benchmark for his growth as a starting quarterback in the NFL. Beyond the raw numbers, Sanders' debut also offers insight into his character and mental approach to the game. Leading a team on the road as a first-time starter requires composure, confidence, and an ability to remain calm under the scrutiny of both fans and analysts. The rookie navigated these challenges with measured poise, showing flashes of improvisational skill and a willingness to trust his teammates in critical situations, the Browns coaching staff clearly recognizes these intangible qualities, as evidenced by Stefanski's remarks that focus not on game balls, but on the broader spectrum of contributions that lead to a win. Sanders' awareness of situational football, combined with his capacity to adjust plays and read the field, points to a quarterback who is learning quickly and absorbing the complexities of professional football at an accelerated pace. While perfection is a distant goal for any rookie, the trajectory is encouraging, suggesting that Sanders has the tools to evolve into a reliable starter who can handle both the technical and mental demands of the position. Yet, the narrative surrounding Sanders is not one-sided. It's tempered by the recognition that sustaining success will require consistent development and performance. The Browns have demonstrated that they can win games when the quarterback executes efficiently and the supporting cast contributes reliably. But the league is full of defensive units capable of exploiting inexperience. Sanders' progression, from his preseason struggles to his Week 11 debut against the Baltimore Ravens, and finally to his first win against the Raiders, illustrates a promising upward trend, but there is no room for complacency. Each upcoming game serves as both an opportunity and a test, particularly against teams with strategic depth and defensive prowess. For the Browns, the hope is that Sanders can continue to translate his flashes of brilliance into consistent production, anchoring the offense while growing in confidence, awareness, and leadership. The team's coaching staff, led by Stefanski, appears committed to providing the guidance and support necessary for that journey, balancing recognition of individual achievements with the collective focus that defines Cleveland's culture. In conclusion, while Shedeur Sanders may not have walked off the field with a game ball last Sunday, the implications of his first start victory extend far beyond symbolic accolades. His performance reflects a rookie quarterback stepping into a challenging environment and responding with composure, vision, and a willingness to learn on the fly. Stefanski's approach to acknowledgement, emphasizing the contributions of multiple players and the holistic nature of team success, underscores the philosophy that individual milestones are meaningful primarily in the context of collective effort. As the Browns prepare for a pivotal matchup against the San Francisco squad, missing key defensive pieces, all eyes will be on Sanders to see whether he can continue the progression witnessed against the Raiders, turning potential into tangible, consistent outcomes with every throw, every read, and every connection with his teammates. Sanders is being tested and molded into a leader capable of guiding Cleveland's offense through the challenges of the NFL season. The narrative is still unfolding, but for a rookie quarterback earning his first win on the road, the journey has begun on a hopeful, promising note, setting the stage for what could be a defining chapter in both his career and the Browns' pursuit of sustained success. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. Rumors are swirling in the NFL world, and this one has the kind of shockwave potential that makes fans spill their drinks and analysts rush to their microphones. Kevin Stefanski, the Browns head coach, is reportedly at the center of a storm that could shake Cleveland to its very core. Whispers around league circles suggest that Stefanski might be involved in actions that intentionally hindered Shedeur Sanders, the team's highly touted quarterback, from showcasing his true potential on the field. The mere idea has sent shockwaves through locker rooms, media outlets, and social media feeds, fueling a frenzy of speculation, outrage, and disbelief. This is not just your everyday trade rumor or injury update. Sources close to the team are hinting at internal power struggles, mismanagement, and possibly even deliberate sabotage. People who follow the Browns closely have started connecting dots that had been hidden beneath layers of typical NFL secrecy. The narrative being pieced together paints a picture of tension between coaching staff and the rising star quarterback, a tension so palpable that insiders say it has already impacted game plans, play calls, and the overall morale of the team. Shedeur Sanders, already under the microscope for being a young quarterback in a league where every pass is scrutinized, is suddenly caught in a web of controversy that might define the early trajectory of his career in Cleveland. Imagine the pressure, stepping onto the field every week, knowing that some of the very people supposed to help you shine might be working against you. It's the kind of story that makes fans question not just play calling, but loyalty, integrity, and the very culture of a franchise that has long sought stability in a turbulent league. Word on the street is that teammates have noticed shifts In Stefanski's approach, subtle changes in practice, routines, game strategies that seem illogical from the outside, and decisions that prioritize other players over the young quarterback's development. Analysts dissecting film have pointed to sequences that, at best, suggest questionable judgment and at worst, could be interpreted as intentional obstruction. While no one outside the organization can confirm malicious intent, the rumor mill in Cleveland is practically a storm cloud ready to burst. Fans and pundits alike are debating whether this is a case of a coach trying to maintain control, or if there is something far more calculated at play. Inside sources describe heated meetings, discussions about play selection that suddenly pivot away from plays that favor Sanders' strengths, and a general environment of uncertainty that even veteran players are reportedly finding uncomfortable. In a league where trust between quarterback and coach is often the deciding factor between playoff glory and a middling season, the idea of sabotage, intentional or otherwise, has turned into a full-blown conversation across sports media platforms. There's talk that the Browns front office is now under pressure to investigate, with ownership and management keenly aware that public perception could spiral into a crisis that affects ticket sales, fan loyalty, and the reputation of a franchise long eager to prove its competitiveness. Social media has erupted, with fans dissecting every gesture, every press conference, every cryptic comment made by Stefanski and Sanders alike. Memes, video clips, and speculative threads dominate Twitter and Instagram, some portraying the coach as a villain in a sports drama nobody thought would unfold in Cleveland. Meanwhile, Sanders supporters have begun rallying online, defending the young quarterback and questioning whether the organization's leadership has his best interests at heart. Analysts have speculated on motives, ranging from internal competition for leadership in the locker room to personal disagreements that allegedly spilled into professional decisions. The narrative is building a crescendo, a clash between a coach who has had past success with the team and a quarterback who represents the future, and whose rise could challenge the established hierarchy. In a league as ruthless as the NFL, these kinds of conflicts can define legacies and careers in an instant, and every rumor, no matter how unverified, adds fuel to the fire. Some insiders even suggest that the alleged sabotage goes beyond game day decisions. There are murmurs about off-field dynamics, practice regimens that were suddenly altered, coaching support that seemed to dwindle, and mentorship opportunities that were either limited or redirected toward other players. Whether this was intentional or merely the result of internal disagreements remains to be confirmed. But the optics are undeniably problematic. Sports talk shows have seized upon the story, breaking down video clips with dramatic pauses and rhetorical questions, asking, could a coach really undermine his own quarterback? Cleveland fans, already hungry for stability and playoff success, are torn between defending their beloved coach and questioning whether the franchise's leadership has lost control. The story has all the makings of an epic NFL saga: young talent rising, experienced leadership clashing, and the inevitable drama that follows when high stakes meet high egos. Meanwhile, rival teams are reportedly monitoring the situation closely. The thought of a star quarterback struggling under alleged internal sabotage is like a beacon for competitors who might see an opportunity to capitalize on distractions and unrest within the Browns' ranks. There's speculation that this could influence trade talks, draft strategies, and the overall trajectory of the franchise for seasons to come. Veteran players and other organizations are chiming in, offering their takes on what is unfolding in Cleveland, noting that such internal conflict is rarely contained and often spills into performance on the field. The narrative has grown beyond mere rumor. It's become a topic of strategic interest across the league, the kind of story that NFL insiders watch with bated breath. Every press conference, every sideline shot, and every cryptic social media post now carries weight, as fans and analysts alike attempt to parse truth from speculation in what may be one of the most sensational off-field stories of recent memory. At the heart of all this is Shedeur Sanders, whose trajectory in the league could be dramatically altered depending on how this situation develops. Supporters argue that a quarterback of his caliber deserves guidance, mentorship, and opportunities, not internal roadblocks. Critics, on the other hand, warn that navigating a high-pressure locker room is part of the job, and that young players must learn to handle adversity, whether it stems from opponents, the media, or even their own coaches. The drama unfolding in Cleveland is a stark reminder of just how thin the line is between success and struggle in professional sports, a few key decisions, a couple of misunderstood actions, or allegedly deliberate choices can ripple through a franchise, creating narratives that linger long after the final whistle. Even the media coverage itself has become a character in this saga. Journalists dissect every quote, highlight every coaching decision, and question motives behind even the most routine strategic calls. The story has become a chessboard, with fans, analysts, and insiders each trying to predict the next move. Will the front office intervene? Will Stefanski address the rumors publicly? Will Sanders rise above and prove his doubters wrong? Or will the tension continue to fester, affecting the team's performance and cohesion? Every angle is under scrutiny, and every potential outcome is being theorized in podcasts, YouTube segments, and sports newsrooms across the country. The situation has that rare quality that keeps people talking endlessly because it blends scandal, speculation, and star power in a way that feels larger than life. For now, all eyes are on Cleveland. Every game, every practice, and every press interaction is being analyzed through the lens of this unfolding drama. The narrative is still developing, and with each new tidbit, the rumor mill churns faster, creating new theories and fueling debates. It's a perfect storm for sports media: controversy, rising talent, and the tantalizing possibility of internal sabotage within a storied NFL franchise. Whether this turns out to be an overblown rumor or a legitimate crisis, one thing is certain: fans, analysts, and the league itself are watching closely, because stories like this don't just fade quietly. They grow, evolve, and become part of the lore of the sport, shaping the way teams, coaches, and players are remembered for years to come. The Browns, their fans, and especially Shedeur Sanders, are now at the center of one of the most talked about controversies in recent NFL memory, and the fallout could redefine the narrative of this franchise in ways nobody can fully predict. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!